There's a lot of chatter about what could be around the bend for Classic Plus. On this series on my channel, I want to start to delve deeper into Warcraft lore. So deep in fact that we enter uncharted territory. This is the What If series, and today I want to talk about what if Classic Plus was a prequel instead of a sequel, and more specifically, a prequel based on the most iconic story told in the entire Warcraft franchise, the story of the Lich King. A Wrath of the Lich King prequel in the Warcraft universe would delve into the events leading up to Arthas Menethil's transformation into the Lich King, and his subsequent rise of the Scourge in Northrend. This prequel could explore various character storylines and provide context and backstory into the events of the expansion. Now I know a lot of you are going to comment below saying, But Sam, the prequel already happened, it's called Warcraft 3, you noob. And to that I would say, please leave that comment below the video, that way it helps with the algorithm gods. But also, I would say this is a new take on that lore, in an MMO setting. So you can take that dead RTS game genre, reforge it into a makeshift dildo, and shove it up your ass. So, for those of us who play WoW, this could be something fresh, and here's a rough outline of what I think such a prequel would entail. Okay, follow me here. The story could start with a focus on Prince Arthas Menethil as a noble and promising young leader of Lordaeron, which would serve as the new capital city for the Alliance. It would explore his descent into darkness, driven by his desire to protect his kingdom from the Scourge threat. Now, key events like the culling of Stratholme and the acquisition of Frostmourne would be central to this narrative. But in this expansion, the culling of Stratholme could be a 40-man raid, where everyone is transformed into a soldier of Arthas Menethil's private army, much like the current dungeon does today. So we would play through the entire culling and witness the eventual interaction between Mal'Ganis and Arthas. But this time, Mal'Ganis would serve as an end boss to the raid. He would eventually escape before we can defeat him, but not before giving his speech that would eventually infuriate Arthas and contribute to his eventual fall into madness.
We're going to finish this right now, Mal'Ganis.
Your journey has just begun, young prince. Gather your forces and meet me in the Arctic land of Northrend.
I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth if I have to. Do you hear me? To the ends of the earth!
Now, Uther the Lightbringer and Jaina Proudmoore could also be explored further here. They play crucial roles in Arthas' life. The prequel could delve into their perspectives and struggles as they witnessed Arthas' transformation. It could show Uther's internal conflict and efforts to guide Arthas on the right path. It could also show Jaina's relationship with Arthas, and her subsequent departure from Lordaeron could be explored in greater detail. Now, we could also introduce the Cult of the Damned, led by Kel'Thuzad, and their insidious influence on Lordaeron. Kel'Thuzad coming back, why not? I mean, we haven't really killed him that many times in this game so far, so why not do it one more time? Now, this story could be introduced through multiple dungeons, with an aesthetic similar to Sholomais. These dungeons would explore the formation of the Plague and reveal hints to the spread of the Scourge, and how it could become a larger threat that has gone largely unnoticed up until this point. The first hints of the Scourge could come from the High Elves of Quel'Thalas. Now, they could be the new playable race for the Alliance, and at this point they've said warnings of the dead rising and an undead army coming from Northrend. These warnings have been sent out to the kingdoms of men, including Lordaeron, but have gone largely ignored. Not only are the High Elves dealing with the fact that there is a rising threat of Scourge coming from the north, but they've also been dealing with an old enemy that has seemingly gotten stronger thanks to their new allies. Now we flip over to the Horde side of the story. The Amani Trolls have joined the Horde. During the early Scourge invasions of Lordaeron and later Northrend in Warcraft lore, the Amani Trolls were just a faction of trolls primarily located in the southeastern portion of the Ghostlands and their home city of Zul'Aman. Now, Zul'Aman would serve as the faction city for the Horde. At this point, the Amani Trolls were focused on their long-standing conflict with the High Elves of Quel'Thalas, who were their neighbors to the east. This conflict has been ongoing for centuries and was characterized by raids, skirmishes, and territorial disputes. The Amani Trolls saw the Elves as their primary enemies and were more concerned with their rivalry than the Scourge threat. The High Elves, at this point, have been seen as an Alliance-aligned race, so the Horde saw an opportunity to make an ally of an Alliance enemy, and they jumped at it. Strengthened by the new Horde kinship, the Amani Trolls now began to gain some ground, and victories against the High Elves who are feeling the pressure of the fact that their Scourge is hitting them from one side and the Amani trolls from another. With Zolomon being so close to Quel'Thalas in terms of location, the Horde start to catch their first glimpses of the Scourge. After a battle with a small group of Scourge, one of the bodies of the Scourge is taken to Thrall for examination. Some Horde shamans do their shamany stuff and, bring some souls out of the body or something, and they realize the ancient spirit of Ner'zhul is somehow attached to this thing. Now, the story of Ner'zhul, he started as a respected shaman and chieftain of the Shadowmoon clan, but would end with his eventual fall to kill Jaden. And this story can be told through multiple quest lines as well as a dungeon that would eventually end with Ner'zhul's spirit being imprisoned within a block of ice and cast into the frigid wastelands of the Northrend. Ner'zhul's story eventually ends with Kil'jaeden fusing his spirit within the Helm of Domination, thereby creating the Lich King. Okay, so overall, a significant part of the prequels would focus on the origins of the Lich King himself, including the creation of the Helm of Domination and merging of Ner'zhul and Arthas' souls into it, the mysterious nature of the Lich King's prison in Northrend, and the forces that kept him contained could also be explored. As for Northrend as a continent, we wouldn't really go there in this expansion, but there could be some kind of 40-man raid that includes an expedition into Northrend that includes Jaina, Uther, and Arthas to investigate the Scourge threat. Now, the continent of Northrend could be depicted as a desolate and foreboding place with ancient secrets and powerful entities lurking beneath the icy surface. Overall, the prequels could also showcase pivotal battles, such as the defense of Hearthglen, and the eventual end of the expansion would be a 40-man raid that depicts the return of Arthas and the fall of Lordaeron from a different character's perspectives. It would illustrate the Scourge's relentless advance and the desperate efforts of everyone to halt their progress. Character development would be a big part of this thing, and the internal struggles would be a central theme as many characters grappled with their loyalty, morality, and choices that they faced in the face of the growing menace that was the Scourge. They could also foreshadow, themes going forward. The prequel might include subtle foreshadowing of future threats such as the Old Gods or the Burning Legion to hint at broader World of Warcraft storylines. A Wrath of the Lich King prequel, or as I like to call it, World of Warcraft Scourge War, would offer fans an opportunity to explore the tragic transformation of Arthas Menethil and the events that shaped the World of Warcraft universe from before Vanilla WoW. It would provide deeper insights into the characters and relationships and conflicts that played pivotal roles in this iconic part of Warcraft lore. And the best part about it is, honestly, I'm a retail Andy. I don't really play much classic WoW. But if this was the direction Blizzard took, let me tell you, I would fucking go play this shit. I'd play the crap out of it. I would take off of work. I would do everything I could to get in and play this because this is a storyline that I would want to explore myself. And I know a lot of players feel the same way. It would also give you a great opportunity to do more, of that cool leveling experience that people like so much in classic WoW. And I just feel like the story would be very important to a Classic Plus. Because let's be real, any type of Classic Plus content they put out there would really just be dominated in 2 days if they opened up a new raid or something. So if you're gonna give us a Classic Plus, at least give us something that contributes to the worldwide, story of World of Warcraft. This would be a great way to bring one of the most iconic stories back into the game into an MMO style for the first time ever in World of Warcraft history. I just wanted to wrap this all up by saying, thanks for watching the video, guys. I really do appreciate it. Check me out on Twitch if you haven't before. I'm over there, Samiccus, having a good time. Usually I'm reviewing, WoW lore content and stuff, and that's what I typically post on this channel. But this What If series is my new first time trying to delve deeper into Warcraft lore and kind of theorize a little bit. So if you like what you saw, drop a sub, that'd be great. Drop a like or some kind of rude comment for all I care. That's fine. You could do that too. But I hope you guys like this. And I don't post often like this, but when I do, it'll be on this channel. So drop a sub and stay scourging, my friends.